Everyone wants to survive their death, but a lot of people haven't spent time thinking about what that survival might look like. One of the things that I'm working on right now is a project where I examine the most influential Christian conception of what survival after death might look like, namely Thomas Aquinas's. Because when you start really trying to cash out what eternal life might look like for human beings, you run into this tension between two different poles. On the one hand, we're human beings. We like sitting outside, we like hanging out with friends, we like eating, we like going hiking. And when we think about the afterlife, we often talk about how it's going to be great to see all of our friends and all the things that we're going to get to do again. But if you think about this in terms of eternity, and you think about what it would be to have those things for, say, 1,000,000 years, and then another 1,000,000 years, and then another 1,000,000 years with absolutely no end in sight, it becomes really difficult to conceive of this as anything other than kind of horrifying eventually. And it starts to make the afterlife seem like the kind of thing that would ultimately be hell. On the other hand, when you start to look at some of the classic conceptions, somebody like Thomas Aquinas thought that the afterlife was going to be incredibly static, unchanging. And so we'd be there for eternity, but we wouldn't be experiencing time the same way we do now. And we wouldn't be doing the same kinds of activities that we enjoy now. We'd be contemplating God's eternal essence. And in that contemplation, we'd get everything we could ever possibly want. We get knowledge of everything that God knows, if not quite the way He knows it. And we're supposed to be completely content in this because God is truth, God is love, right? God is goodness. And our union with that is supposed to completely satisfy us. But that too can start to sound, well, so what undergraduates always think it sounds is really boring. It's just you looking at God's essence for eternity. And if you think differently about the nature of time, and you think about our experience of time being different so that we don't experience time as passing, we just experience this eternal union with God, that can take care of that side of the worry. But what it drops out is all the stuff that we were really interested in being human in the first place. So part of what I'm looking at in this project is the tension, and if there's a good ways to resolve the tension between, on the one hand, wanting to retain what really matters to us as human beings, and on the other hand, a conception of existing forever that wouldn't eventually become horrifying.